The beloved sitcom My Wife and Kids captured our hearts with its quirky humor and relatable family dynamics. But the cast's journey off-screen tells a much more dramatic and poignant story. From rising stars to personal battles, their lives have been shaped by the unpredictable tragedies and triumphs that life often brings. In this reflective look, we explore where the cast members are today, in 2025, some with bright, continuing careers, others confronting the trials of time. Join us as we revisit the faces behind the laughs and uncover the often overlooked realities of their lives. Damon Wayans, who played Michael Kyle, was 40 years old when he first took on the role of the wisecracking yet stubborn patriarch in My Wife and Kids in 2001. His portrayal of Michael, a man determined to raise his children with humor and outdated wisdom, was both comedic and deeply human. Behind the jokes, there was always a sense of longing, as if Wayans himself knew that the perfect family he portrayed on screen was a fantasy. The show ended in 2005, and though he remained active in Hollywood, none of his later projects carried the same warmth. Over time, the industry changed, and Wayans, once a king of sitcom comedy, found himself struggling to stay relevant. Personal demons haunted him, failed relationships, the growing estrangement from his children, and the crushing realization that laughter couldn't heal everything. In 2025, at 64 years old, he lives a quieter life, the boisterous energy of Michael Kyle now a distant memory. Though his net worth is estimated at $35 million, wealth offers little comfort in the face of loneliness. The world still remembers him, but the calls from Hollywood are rare, and the laughter that once defined his life has grown faint. Tisha Campbell, who played Janet J. Kyle, was 32 when she first embodied the fiery, passionate matriarch of the Kyle family in My Wife and Kids in 2001. Her performance was electric. She brought strength, humor, and vulnerability to Jay, making her one of the most memorable TV mothers of her time. But behind the scenes, Campbell's life was unraveling. Financial troubles plagued her even during the height of her career, worsened by a toxic marriage that ended in a bitter and highly publicized divorce. Legal battles drained her savings, forcing her to start over when most of her peers were comfortably retired. Health issues crept in. Autoimmune complications left her fatigued and in chronic pain, making it harder to find work. In 2025, at 56 years old, the woman who once commanded sitcom screens now struggles to make ends meet. Her net worth, once a symbol of success, has dwindled to around $500,000. She fights on, appearing in small roles, hoping for a second chance at the spotlight. But the industry is cruel, and Hollywood has little use for aging stars weighed down by the ghosts of their past. The laughter of My Wife and Kids still echoes in reruns, a reminder of the woman she used to be, but for Campbell, the reality is far from the dream she once lived. George Gore, too, who played Michael, Jr. Kyle, was just 17 years old when he first took on the role in My Wife and Kids in 2000. As the dim-witted but lovable eldest son of the Kyle family, his character's journey was filled with comedic missteps, teenage struggles, and an eventual attempt at fatherhood. Gore's performance brought an earnest charm to Jr., making him a fan favorite despite his character's constant foolishness. But as the years passed, the bright laughter of his youth faded into something quieter, something heavier. Hollywood was unkind to him after the show ended in 2005, and significant roles never came his way. By 2025, he is 42 years old, living far from the glitz and glamour that once surrounded him. His fortune, once modest but comfortable, has dwindled. His current net worth hovers around $2 million, a far cry from what many of his former co-stars have achieved. The weight of obscurity sits heavily on his shoulders, and the echoes of his past success haunt him like a distant dream. Parker McKenna Posey, who played the sweet and precocious Katie Kyle, was only 6 years old when she stepped into the role in My Wife and Kids in 2001. As the youngest child in the Kyle household, her adorable charm and sharp wit made her a standout in the series. But childhood stardom is a cruel and fleeting thing. After the show ended in 2005, Posey struggled to transition into adult roles, facing the all-too-familiar curse of child actors. The industry that once adored her turned its back, leaving her searching for purpose outside the limelight. By 2025, she is 30 years old, still trying to find her place in a world that remembers her only as Little Katie. Though she has dabbled in independent films and business ventures, success remains elusive. Her net worth, an estimated $1.5 million, is a reminder of what once was, a fading ember of a career that never truly reignited. The years have been unkind, and though she smiles for the cameras when they rarely find her, there is a sadness in her eyes, a quiet mourning for the girl who once lit up television screens but is now just another forgotten name in Hollywood's endless cycle of nostalgia. Jennifer Freeman, who played Claire Kyle, was just 15 years old when she first stepped into the role in My Wife and Kids in 2001. With her radiant smile and youthful energy, she portrayed the sometimes naive yet strong-willed daughter of Michael and Jay Kyle, bringing both comedy and teenage drama to the series. Her time on the show should have been the beginning of an illustrious career, but life had other plans. While she landed roles in films like You Got Served, her acting opportunities dwindled over the years. Personal hardships, including a turbulent marriage and a publicized domestic dispute in 2010, cast shadows over her once promising future. By 2025, she is 39 years old, a far cry from the teenage girl audiences once adored. Financial struggles have taken their toll, and though she still makes occasional appearances, the industry has largely moved on. Her net worth, once estimated in the millions, has dwindled to a mere $500,000. She lives in quiet obscurity, a faded star reminiscing about a past that feels like another lifetime. Noah Gray Cabey, who played Franklin Aloysius Mumford, was just 6 years old when he joined My Wife and Kids in 2002. A child prodigy both on-screen and in real life, his portrayal of the young, articulate, and musically gifted Franklin was nothing short of remarkable. His character's unshakable love for Claire and his intellectual superiority over his peers made him a fan favorite. But childhood stardom is often a cruel gift. Though he continued acting, with roles in Heroes and Code Black, the industry grew colder as he aged. In 2025, he is 29 years old, and while he still plays music, the spotlight that once embraced him has dimmed significantly. The burden of early fame weighs heavily, and despite his brilliance, Hollywood has largely forgotten him. His net worth, once promising, has stagnated around $2 million, comfortable, yet nowhere near what once seemed possible. He lives a quiet life, away from the cameras, the echoes of laughter from a studio audience long faded into silence. Brooklyn Sedano, who played Vanessa Scott, was 22 years old when she first joined My Wife and Kids in 2001. Vanessa, the sweet and loving daughter of Michael and Jay, was portrayed as a woman struggling to find her own identity while managing the challenges of her family. Sedano's portrayal of Vanessa had a quiet grace and a sense of inner strength, making her character relatable to many viewers. As the series progressed, her character found herself in a turbulent relationship with Tony Jeffers, adding layers of emotional depth to her role. Sedano, in her career after the show, appeared in several TV series, but none could quite capture the charm and tenderness she brought to Vanessa. In 2025, Brooklyn Sedano is 46 years old, still acting, and has had a steady career in television. Her net worth is estimated to be around $10 million, as she continues to work in the entertainment industry, albeit far from the spotlight of her earlier years on My Wife and Kids. Andrew McFarlane, who portrayed Tony Jeffers, was 26 years old when he began his role in My Wife and Kids in 2001. Tony, the well-meaning but often clumsy and awkward boyfriend of Vanessa Scott, was a character full of potential and earnestness, even though he often found himself in sticky situations. McFarlane's performance as Tony added a touch of humor and sincerity to the show, and his chemistry with Vanessa was undeniable, though the relationship faced its ups and downs. MacFarlane's career after My Wife and Kids remained mostly in television, with sporadic appearances in various shows. As of 2025, Andrew MacFarlane is 50 years old. His career has slowed significantly, and he has lived a quiet life away from the public eye. His net worth is estimated at $5 million, a modest sum reflecting his steady, though limited, career. MacFarlane's life has been marked by personal struggles, but he remains largely under the radar, focusing on his personal life away from the harsh lights of fame. Lester Speight, who played Calvin Scott in My Wife and Kids, 2000 to 2005, was 40 years old when he joined the cast in 2003. As Vanessa's loud, intimidating father, he brought a mix of comedy and chaos to the Kyle family, his booming voice and larger-than-life presence making him an unforgettable addition. Already known for his background in football and wrestling, Speight's performance was both commanding and hilarious. After the show, he found success in commercials and voice acting, most notably as Terry Tate in Office Linebacker and Augustus Cole in Gears of War. But as time passed, Hollywood's interest faded, and roles became scarce. Years of football, wrestling, and stunt work left him struggling with chronic pain, a reminder of the sacrifices made for his career. By 2025, at 62 years old, he lives a quieter life, his once thriving career now a distant memory. His net worth, estimated at $3 million, is a fraction of what it once was. Though still remembered by fans, the spotlight has moved on, leaving him to reflect on a past that feels further away with each passing year. Jazz Raycole, who portrayed Claire Kyle, was just 13 years old when she joined My Wife and Kids in 2001. Claire, the sweet but headstrong teenage daughter, grew up before the audience's eyes, embodying the growing pains of adolescence with grace and humor. Raycole's performance was both tender and strong, capturing Claire's journey from girlhood to young adulthood. After My Wife and Kids, Raycole went on to have a successful career, with roles in shows like The Parenthood and The Quad. Her personal life was also filled with challenges as she balanced the pressures of fame with her desire for a more private existence. In 2025, Raycole is 37 years old, her career ongoing with various appearances in film and television. Her net worth is estimated to be around $4 million, a reflection of the work she's done over the years. Still, behind the smiles and roles, one can't help but wonder about the lost years of youth that go unnoticed behind the spotlight's shine, and whether she's found the peace she once sought during her time as Claire. Damon Wayans Jr., who played John in My Wife and Kids, 2000 to 2005, was 19 years old when he first took on the role in 2001. His portrayal of the teenage son, struggling with adolescence, and trying to find his way under the watchful eye of his father, Michael Kyle, resonated with many. He brought a certain charm to the role, balancing humor with the quiet vulnerability of a young man on the verge of adulthood. After My Wife and Kids, Wayans Jr. went on to carve out a successful career in comedy, starring in shows like Happy Endings and New Girl, and his film career took off as well. However, his life has been anything but perfect. Despite his career success, his personal struggles with expectations and familial pressures were something he often kept hidden behind his laughter. In 2025, Wayans Jr. is 42 years old, still active in the entertainment industry, but with a quieter life away from the limelight. His net worth is estimated to be around $8 million, a testament to his perseverance and ability to find success in an unpredictable industry. Though his journey has been full of ups and downs, he continues to push forward, often reflecting on how the boy he portrayed in My Wife and Kids was just the beginning of his story. DeRay Davis, who portrayed RJ in My Wife and Kids, 2000 to 2005, was 33 years old when he began playing the charming and somewhat mischievous best friend of Junior, bringing his unique brand of humor to the role. RJ was the epitome of the fun-loving, carefree spirit, always ready with a joke or a mischievous plan, much to the frustration of Michael Kyle. Davis infused the character with a lively energy, making RJ a beloved figure in the show's ensemble cast. After My Wife and Kids, Davis continued to build his career, appearing in films such as Barbershop and 21 Jump Street, and becoming a prominent name in stand-up comedy. However, beneath his public persona, Davis faced personal struggles, including battles with maintaining a steady career and dealing with the pressures of living up to his comedic legacy. By 2025, Davis is 57 years old, and while still active in the entertainment world, his appearances have become more selective. His net worth is estimated to be around $5 million, a reminder of both his success and the constant fight to stay relevant in an ever-changing industry. Though his career brought him joy, he often reflects on the fleeting nature of fame, wondering what else could have been if his path had been different. Ella Joyce, who played Jasmine Scott, was 46 years old when she first appeared on My Wife and Kids in 2000. Jasmine, the loving, sometimes overbearing mother, navigated the challenges of raising a family with both tenderness and strength. Joyce's portrayal brought depth to the character, capturing the complexities of motherhood, from the joys of nurturing her children to the frustrations of balancing her own desires with those of her family. Since the show ended, Joyce's career has seen her grace both the stage and screen, but it has been a quiet journey. As of 2025, she is 71 years old. Life has aged her, but her passion for acting remains. Despite the passage of time, she remains active in the entertainment industry, though her public presence has waned. Her net worth in 2025 is estimated at $3 million. The years have been kind to her health, but her legacy is marked by her ability to bring emotional authenticity to every role. Phil Reeves, who played Dr. Kleger, was 58 years old when he first took on the role of the neurotic, often confused doctor in My Wife and Kids in 2000. His character was a quirky yet well-meaning professional whose interactions with the Kyle family added a layer of light-hearted absurdity to the show. Reeves' performance, though often understated, had an undeniable charm, capturing the essence of a well-meaning but flawed medical professional. After the show ended, Reeves took on various roles in television and film but remained mostly in the background, never quite achieving the same level of fame. By 2025, he is 82 years old. His health has deteriorated, and while he continues to live in quiet retirement, his days are marked by reflections on a career that never reached the heights it might have. His net worth is estimated to be around $1.5 million. His final years are spent with his family, finding peace in the solitude that has come to define his later life. Megan Good, who portrayed Vanessa Scott, was 19 years old when she joined My Wife and Kids in 2000. As the bright and feisty teenage daughter of the Kyle family, Vanessa quickly became a beloved character for her sassy charm and complex emotional depth. Good's portrayal of Vanessa as a young woman struggling with her identity, relationships, and family dynamics resonated with many viewers. After My Wife and Kids, Good's career flourished with roles in films and television series, solidifying her status as one of Hollywood's most promising stars. In 2025, Good is 44 years old, still active in her career, with a reputation for both her acting and philanthropic work. Her net worth is estimated at $10 million, a reflection of her successful career in both film and television. While her career has slowed down in recent years, she continues to live a fulfilling life, involved in charitable endeavors and her personal passions. Which character from My Wife and Kids is your favorite? How do you feel knowing that some of the cast members have passed away? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoy this kind of content, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Thanks for your support.